ask you this. Is asking for justice for innocent black trans women petty?
No.
No. Is seeking justice for a 7-year-old petty?
No.
Because if it is, y'all, I'm petty as fuck.
Hi, my name is Jess Davis. I'm a Black Lives Matter activist and community organizer. I'm originally from California, but I live in Brooklyn. The group that I organize with is the No Name Group. And they've been organizing since May when George Floyd was murdered. And I came to be one of their organizers in July. And the reason that I decided to was because I've been seeing this happen way too much in our community. And every time I see a black person killed, I think of my brother. And it's hard for me to not fight for my brother's life. So I had to be involved and I had to say something. I had to have a voice in this movement. So that's why I joined the group, and that's why I'm still doing it now. So that it was just very, very moving for me to be a part of it because it was fighting for someone I care about. Being an activist and managing your daily life is very difficult because you feel really guilty most of the time if you take some time to yourself to do the other part of your life that isn't activism. But that's the irony, is that you have to take that time in order to lead. If you're constantly leading and you have no time for yourself, you burn out, and then your organizing starts to crumble. It's hard to balance, but I would advise it. I think what needs to be talked about the most in this movement, especially on the media's part, is just acknowledging the history that so many people don't know about, and how we're teaching kids in school a very backward history, a very sheltered history, and it's wildly inaccurate, and it causes people to not really see how slavery is still going on today, just in a different form. And I think the reason people are so blind to this is because of how it's taught in school. We don't teach systemic racism, and that's where slavery came from. So and that kind of piggybacks into what I would like to see in the next year or next coming years, is I would love it for us to really re-examine and not rewrite so much as just accurately teach history to children, because they're our future, and in order for them to go forward, they have to have all the right information. So I would love that. But the thing that I would like to achieve in the next year, outside of teaching history to kids properly, would be to really establish more of a community-based support, where the community feels empowered to help itself, as opposed to try and find the state or local government to help them, because as of now, that hasn't been happening. When you wait for permission to help yourself, you're often not helped. And I think the community needs to understand that it has agency and autonomy to help itself. So I would love it in the next year for me to achieve some kind of inspiration in the community to just support each other. And that's why we're doing this, because we need support and we haven't had it for so long.